What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the FATletic experiment. If you are not familiar, about a month and a half ago, I set out on my own fat loss journey with a little bit of a twist. I wanted to be finally more athletic than I always have been. I always played sports and I was always the fat, slow kid, right? I was always that offensive lineman in football that, like, when you're running for conditioning, everyone had to clap for to finish the fucking laps, right? I was always that kid. And I'm tired of that, right? I want to be able to run fast. I want to be able to jump high. At this point, it's too late for me for sports, right? I'm 19 years old. I'm a sophomore in college. You know, not good at any sports, but for my own, like, satisfaction, I want to finally be a decent athlete. Or, as I'm calling myself, a fatlead. Y'all have heard of the jackleads, right? They all look crazy. You see the videos, these big jack dudes that are sprinting. I'm like that, but I'm fat. Watch out for me. It is week 2 of the power phase, everyone. So, again, if you're new here, I started out with a strength phase where I was able to add about 80 pounds to my deadlift and add a small amount to all my other lifts as well. And right now we're in a full power phase, which is really focused on progressing Olympic lifts and like velocity type movements to transfer that strength from just strength into power, and then in my next phase into actual like athletic movements very specifically. But for now, big focus on power cleans, big focus on hang cleans. So just the other day, I did my next session of power cleans, which I'm about to show you guys. So in that leg day, we did power cleans, squats, and RDLs, and some calves. You'll only see the squats, RDLs, and power cleans, but we added 10 pounds from last week to the power cleans for the same rep range. Y'all will see, and I'll explain it more as that footage is going. My technique still needs improvement, but it is getting better. So I did 3 sets of 5. In that first set, I missed the 4th rep, and then I tried again, missed it again. And then after taking a couple like breaths, I was able to hit rep 4 and 5. But on my second and third set, with the exact same weight, I was able to do 5 reps, no problem at all. So that really just tells me that there's something going wrong with my technique in that first set that caused me to really have a big issue with how I was executing the movement and my ability to hit the weights that I want to hit for the amount of reps I want to get. All right, y'all, getting the workout started with some squats. I was supposed to do power cleans first, but I was lifting with Jacob, and as you know, he's a power lifter, so he was squatting first. So for simplicity's sake, I just had us both squat at the same time. This is 285 pounds, which is my all-time best squat. Little fun fact, I haven't 1 rep max my squat since I was a junior in high school. And back then, my 1 rep max squat was 280 pounds. So 285 here goes for 5. That's my PR by a mile. So I'm really happy with that. Trying to get my squat to at least 335 for 1 by the end of this mesocycle. Not a huge squat, but a lot better than I've been in the past. So I hit that first set for 5, and then we're gonna come back, hit it for 3. I wanted another set of 5, but when I got to that 3rd rep, I realized I just didn't have it in me. And then I dropped down to 225 just for some extra reps and extra volume. Okay, on to power cleans here. Like I explained in the intro, I had some weirdness with my technique, especially in this first set. I did like 3 warm-up sets before this because I'm trying so hard to learn technique right now. But for whatever reason, this first set just doesn't move well. I'm not squatting enough into my starting position, which hurts my power. Doesn't help my power. Hurts my power a lot. And then when I pop at my hips, I'm not getting back underneath the bar well enough. So I had to reset a couple of times here, reset my hands as if that was the problem. And it takes me a few tries to actually get this 4th and 5th rep here. But then when I go to my 2nd and 3rd sets, they just fly up with no problems. I'm still on 3 sets of 5 for this week. I think starting next week, it's gonna be time to get into sets of 3. So I'll probably be doing 3x3 on the power clean.
Let's go.
Instead of the 3x5. Starting to push that strength a little bit more. I might do one more session of 5s. I haven't completely decided yet, but I only have until the end of January to push my power clean before I have to max out again. All right, last couple of things of the workout here. We got some RDLs. So this is 275. I did this for 3 sets of 3. And then after this, I did 1 set of calves to failure. Ended up doing the full stack on the hamstring standing calf raise for 21 reps, which I think is the best I've ever done on that. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so that's the whole primary lift of the week. I do have a secondary leg day, and I'm going to show you guys that footage after this. But that's a lot lower intensity, so I'll just do it. So only footage I have is hang cleans, RDLs. So it's lighter RDLs than on my heavy day, and the hang cleans are also lighter than the power cleans I was doing. That's mainly to get technique on cleans and just get more of a hypertrophic stimulus. So that lighter leg day is where I'm doing leg extensions, leg curls. It's where I'm doing more volume for calves. It's really, I mean, it's still gonna be like a lot of really fatigue causing, right? It's gonna cause a lot of soreness, but it's mostly, it's not very high like CNS demanding. Like it's not a lot of compound, like RDLs are a compound movement, but I'm going lighter on those intentionally. Hang cleans are also a high CNS movement, but it's not like super big deal. And then it's a bunch of single joint isolations after that, just to get my extra volume and really get some hypertrophy in.